What's good, y'all? This is your boy Jack, back again with another video. Today, I will be giving my 100+ hour review of the AOKZOE A1 Pro. I'm not sponsored by anybody, and my opinions are my own based on my own extensive testing with this device. For reference, as of this recording, in July 2023, I have kept the device on for 9 straight days after I unboxed it in June, and I have had no hardware issues thus far. During that time, I have performed 20+ restarts and cold boots after various software updates and whatnot for testing. I've encountered some Windows jank, but that's pretty much par for the course. If you've ever owned a Windows device on any level, you know what I'm talking about. And if you purchase this device or any other Windows handheld, Ally, Neo, whatever, your mileage may vary. Here's looking at you, Microsoft. Get it together. Full disclosure, I am not, I repeat, not Benchmark Billy. So if that's what you're looking for, this is not that type of review. I just want to pick up, play. If it feels good, that's where I'm at. Lastly, I'm just some retired Navy IT on the internet that loves his kids, basketball, tech, and gaming. So if you want to argue, go argue with your mammy, because I'm not here with that. And go Navy. So with that being said, please like, share, subscribe, and hit me up in the comments, and let's get into it. First things first, the screen is everything. It sets the stage for the entire device experience, and in my humble opinion, 8 to 8.5 inches at a 16:10 aspect ratio is the sweet spot for handheld gaming and some light productivity. The full-fat 7840U APU can play everything you throw at it. You can check out the videos on my channel for some more gameplay. AAA games all the way down to retro titles look and feel great on the A1 Pro's 8-inch 60Hz IPS screen. That extra real estate takes it over the top in my opinion. I've experienced no tearing or jank with the display thus far. The Hall effect sticks, D-pad, ABXY buttons, shoulder triggers all function and feel good. They are very responsive and have a nice clickiness to them. They are not perfect, but definitely great for gaming on this device. But again, your mileage may vary. The speakers are serviceable, but they could use some punch. The Ally and Steam Deck speakers are simply just better. Is the A1 perfect? Or A1 Pro perfect? Nope, but it's pretty damn close. The weight, ergonomics, cooling system acoustics, build quality, and overall feel of the device is amazing. And through my extensive testing of every game that I have thrown at it, the gaming experiences has been great thus far. So I can only imagine what the gaming will be like once AMD drops up-to-date drivers on a more consistent basis. I can't stress enough though, Windows is not ready for prime time with these devices. There is a lot of jank. However, if you're patient and willing to tinker a bit, then you will have a great experience. The software is probably the only area where these handhelds can struggle a bit. But the good thing about software is that it will mature and get better with updates over time. AOKZOE made a lot of great hardware decisions versus the competition with regards to usability of this device. The kickstand on the back is clutch. Choosing to go with 3 USB ports was a great idea. 2 USB-C ports, one of which is a Thunderbolt 4 port on the top and a 3.2 on the bottom, and a full-size USB 3.0 port is the best choice for all gaming handheld devices in this space, in my opinion. You don't have to use a USB dock if you don't want to, which in turn can save you money. You can buy a mini keyboard mouse combo and a USB-C cable with video out and be good to go, if that's your cup of tea. The 65 watt-hour battery size versus the competition, only 40 watt-hours, is also clutch. In my testing, I was able to get well over 3 hours in most games at a 20 watt TDP at 50% brightness, and I had a great time. You can check out my channel for more of that gameplay. In the RAM department, going with 32 or 64 gigabytes respectively of LPDDR5X clocked at 7,500 megatransfers versus the competition at 16 gigabytes of LPDDR5 non-X, clocked at 6400 megatransfers, was also a great decision. You can actually do some light productivity with the A1 Pro due to its screen size, extra USB ports, the 20% boost in power efficiency, and the 33% more bandwidth, 8.5 gigabytes versus the 6.5 gigabytes of LPDDR5 in the non-X RAM in the Ally. I mean, if you're paying this much for devices like that, you know, you want to have some flexibility. Not saying that you can't do these things on the Ally, but it's just a little bit more tedious because you only have that 1.5 ports and whatnot, and that smaller screen. But again, we're not talking about the Ally. Additionally, that RAM choice also shows up in games that are more memory hungry, which is clutch as well. And to be honest, it's actually future proofing for some of these games that are coming down the line that are gonna be straight memory hogs and computing and so forth and so on. Like Starfield and all these other games that are gonna be coming out and things like that. Also, the full fat 7840U has the AI cores that the R1 Extreme, or the Z1 Extreme rather, they took those out. And I have a sneaking suspicion that those AI cores are gonna be put to great use moving forward. So the future proofing is good. So multiple gold stars for AOKZOE, great job team. Because everything about the A1 Pro just makes sense, in my opinion. What's that? You asked for my opinion about the A2 Pro? Well, no problem. I got you. Sit back. First off, AOKZOE, take your time with the A2 Pro. The A1 Pro will hold us over until then. Trust me, we can wait. Now, a few things for the A2 Pro that I would personally change to perfect this device outside of the obvious changes, like an upgrade to the latest 8000 series APU with official up-to-date AMD drivers at launch, please. I can't stress this enough. At launch, adrenaline, everything. Make the screen bigger and bezel-less and at least 120 hertz with FreeSync enabled. I love the regular screen, but 120 hertz would take it to the next level. A slightly larger battery, maybe 75 to 80 watt hours to run that nicer screen. I don't think anyone would mind a slightly heavier device in exchange for some more battery life. Keep tweaking the cooling solution. It's been good so far, but don't rest on your victories. Cooling can always be better with bleeding edge tech like this. Better speakers, please. Remove the RGB. Our hands cover it up anyway. You can use that money that you save by removing the RGB to give us better speakers. Problem solved. You're welcome. You can hire your boy for the R&D department. Keep the RAM size configurations the same, 32 and 64 gigabytes respectively, and give us the latest X version of RAM at the time of production. X series RAM is usually better because the developers have had more time to tweak and bake the RAM and make it more power efficient, which is more battery savings for the consumer. And that's a great thing. Start the base storage off at 1 terabyte instead of 512 with the same Gen 4 2280 NVMe's. Games are getting bigger. It is what it is. A better kickstand a la the Switch OLED. The current kickstand is great, but it could always be better. Keep the USB-C port on the bottom, but use a better mold that is flush with the bottom of the device versus the one that you have now. We know it's for a proprietary dock, but some USB-C cables are fitting a bit loosely. And USB-C flash drives are fitting just fine though. Keep the Hall Effect analog sticks, ABXY buttons, and current layout on the front. But add Hall Effect shoulder triggers and also add at least 2 programmable buttons on the back side of the A2 Pro, one of which is a dedicated Xbox button since this is an X input style device. In the software department, aside, the One X console is good, but it needs some polish. And if I'm being honest, it's kind of clunky. Give us the ability to remap all of the extra buttons through your software. Add auto TDP, gyro control, and other settings alike. If you want us to use the software, make it user-friendly and customizable. Integrate some of the Steam Grid DB or a similar database for artwork within your launcher. Additionally, I would reach out to the Handheld Companion, Hardware Control, and Chimera OS teams respectively to take your software to the next level. Send them a production model with your device with the appropriate NDAs in place and whatnot, and maybe they can create a custom build that will be ready on launch day. And then you can allow the customers to choose to have their device shipped with Chimera OS or Windows. That would be a nice option to set yourself apart from the competition and also save the consumer a few bucks if they don't want Windows pre-installed on their A2 Pro. Incorporate these ideas and give us the best device on the market when it's ready at a fair price. So for now, the ball is in AOKZOE's hands, and hopefully they are listening. I haven't had any issues with communication thus far, and all of my questions have gotten answered when I've had them in a timely manner. If you want to break out of that mold that most companies get from that region and show this device the love that it deserves, like Valve did with the Steam Deck in the software department, keep the lines of communication wide open, be honest, and be transparent at all times. Give us any good or bad news early and often. We will moan and groan a little bit in the Discord, but we will respect you more as a company if you do those things. Because when we know we can trust you. If there's a delay, tell us the day that you found out. If it's a great breakthrough with software or hardware, tell us the day you found out. It's simply a great way to conduct business. These are just my thoughts, and I hope that you will take them to heart. Everyone that's bought an A1 or A1 Pro wants you to win. So help us help you by giving us great customer service and great products so that we can brag about them to the world. In closing, I'm having a great time with my device, and I look forward to the A2 Pro in the future. Side note, for anyone interested in what the shipping process was, it took about 10 days of time when I received my tracking number to get my device on the East Coast of the United States. Your mileage may vary. Also, if you place an order with them and you get your tracking number, you will not see any movement on your tracking number for about 2 days. This is normal, so relax, breathe, do your counting exercises because it has to clear customs over in that region of the world. So please be patient and don't harass the company in the comment section of the Indiegogos, Kickstarters, or whatever. They're working as fast as they can. And remember, the policies and procedures are just different in that region of the world. So please, please, please be patient. Lastly, if you don't like to tinker around in Windows or even tinker at all, and you just want to pick up and play, just get a Steam Deck or a Switch. Stay away from any of the Windows handhelds, this one included, because Windows is not ready for prime time. Windows really needs to get their stuff together and hopefully come out with an additional skin to Windows 11. Don't change Windows 11 as is, but just create an additional skin for these Windows handhelds. So hopefully they're listening. The A1 Pro is super dope, and it's my preferred choice as of recording this video in July 2023 for my handheld gaming needs over the Ally and the Steam Deck. This top spot is not permanent, so if a new challenger enters the ring with a better gaming experience, I'll adjust my rankings. They're mine. This has been my review of the AOKZOE A1 Pro. If y'all got any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them in the comment section below. Y'all take care of each other. Peace.